Journalist Matt Taibbi dropping yet another round of Twitter file bombshells. His latest report exposing how closely top government officials allegedly, sort of allegedly, worked with Twitter back in 2020. They tried to suspend certain accounts because they didn't like them, specifically shedding light on Congressman Adam Schiff, saying, quote, they also received an astonishing variety of requests from officials asking for individuals they didn't like to be banned. Here, the Office for the Democrat in the House Intel Committee Chief Adam Schiff asked Twitter to ban journalist Paul Sperry. Wow. Here to break it down, retired Lieutenant Colonel Tony Shaffer. Tony, welcome back. I saw this and I was just like, this was the guy. Okay. Now, I'm not a constitutional scholar. However, the First Amendment, right here, we printed this out for you guys. Congress shall make no law. So the congressman, there it is right here. Thank you, Jason, for printing this out. Shall is pretty clear. So a congressman doesn't have to make a law. He can just go ask journalists to ban the free speech of a journalist?
No, Carl, look, this is clearly illegal. It's actually covered in Title 18. Deprivation of rights under the color of law. What you've described is exactly what is illegal. Adam Schiff decided to use the federal government as a venue to actually not only suppress information, carry out what I consider a coup against a sitting president, which was the Russia collusion narrative and the impeachment. So let's be very clear on this. It talks about it being a crime to act under the color of law. That is to say that you use your authority as a federal authority official or a member of Congress to deprive you and me and Paul Sperry of his constitutional right as you just defined it. And so there's no gray area here, Carl. It's black and white, and it's a clear violation. So there's no doubt.
So, look, Kevin McCarthy gets elected. Now we have likely Jim Jordan going to head up the committee investigating a lot of these things.
Right.
Are we going to see any perp walks here, or is this just going to be, oh, we're really mad, we're going to send you a very sternly worded letter from the UN saying we're mad, and then back to business?
The honest answer is I think a lot of us are going to go and define this as clearly as we can as illegal. We're going to provide you, the audience that we serve here, and others, clear and precise information that shows that this was something that should be prosecuted. But the sad answer is, Carl, probably not, because you have a corrupt president in the form of Joe Biden, who has his own issues which are going to be investigated. You have a corrupt Justice Department under Merrick Garland, who will not investigate anybody of his party. That is to say that Democrats have a free ride. And so until we see someone come in, probably in 2024, where you reestablish control of the executive branch of the government, all of this is going to sit on the back burner. With that said, there's no reason to not go through it. I trust Jim Jordan. I know Jim. Jim's going to go through and do a thorough investigation. I know Andy Biggs. I know Scott Perry. They're all going to do their best to get information critical to showing how badly our rights were violated as the American people, and be able to start teeing this up for other federal agencies to pick up in 2024 and then on.
Yeah, but then we just got to hand it over to the Justice Department, which you just said is not going to investigate. And
well,
maybe even
you need to fire people first before you hand it over. Absolutely.
That's true. But Elon Musk, okay, the billionaire who basically has done more for the country in the last 6 months than anybody else, he released this tweet reacting to the news saying that U.S. government agency demanded suspension of 250,000 accounts, including journalists and even Canadian officials. 250,000 accounts, that's a huge swath of people. Is it just people they don't like?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to go after us, another thing to go after the Canadians, for goodness sake. Jeez, no, but to be serious about this, I think my account was amongst those because, Carl, I don't know if you know this, the day I started trolling Ray Epps, I was suspended permanently. So I have no doubt that the FBI or someone behind the scenes went to Twitter back then and said, you need to get Shaffer off there. And I've been off permanently since then. But yes, I think, again, this is deprivation of rights. What I find completely baffling is the FBI then admitting, oh, yeah, we do this with all the social media companies. This is routine. I know, it's like, okay, you just admitted to multiple felonies to the American people, and it's something that, again, it needs to stop immediately. And then those who actually set up these policies and engage in them need to be held accountable.
That's the thing, is they're just so brazen about it. They're like, yeah, we do it.
Yeah.
It's illegal, but it's fine because we're the purveyors of the law. So who's going to arrest us? Tony Shaffer, you should go arrest them. We appreciate you being here, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, Carl.
All right.